Every man by the age of 30 should know how to change a tire, change their oil, overthrow a government, and run a 7018 stick while welding. I would show you the tire and the oil on how to do it. I just had my nails done. But the 7018 stick welding, let's get to it. First things first, you're gonna need a welding machine. Check. Obviously, you're gonna need your 7018 creme de la creme for stick welding. I've got this little piece of pipe that I've cut up and made into coupons that we're gonna practice on. We're gonna do the right side. A lot of people think stick welding is called stick welding because it's a stick. That's not true. Stick welding is called stick welding because when you strike the arc, if you don't do it perfectly, it sticks to the fucking metal, and it's the most frustrating thing in the world. Every time the stick sticks to the material, it's very frustrating for a lot of welders. And one thing that works for me personally is think of it like a match. You're striking a match. You just give it a little motion like that and keep it close enough. When that arc strikes, you're just far enough away where it keeps going, but you're not so close that it sticks. After you've been welding for a while, it's really up to you what your preference is. Some people, they like just a straight shot all the way, no movement. I prefer a little bit of a weave while you're going uphill. You want to go uphill with 7018 welding rod. For instance, whenever I strike this arc, I'll strike it somewhere about here, and I'll slowly go to the right, to the left on each side of this root pass. Slow is smooth, and smooth is fast. You can't get in a hurry. And this will make more sense with practice and time, but you want to watch your puddle. The puddle is the molten pool of metal that's created at the end of your stick. The arc is the pretty thing. Everybody wants to watch that arc. It's not a sparkler. Watch the puddle. Make sure you're painting, you're sewing with the metal. All right, now we can chip off the slag and see how good and or bad I have done. It's not terrible. Make sure you wire brush off all that slag so you can actually see the damage that has been done. And what I did to get this, I struck the arc here, I went to the right, and I paused, waited for that puddle to slowly leak over the side before I went a little slightly down and then up again to the left. Did the same thing, then down and then up, down and then up. But when you go up and down, you get the gist. I know the general consensus of all the welders in the world that see that. The first thing they're gonna say, that looks like shit, you can't weld at all. Okay, first of all, have you considered sucking my balls? And second of all, that shit would hold just fine. Let's go ahead and continue the welding. That was a terrible tie-in. The rest is passable. Let's do right here. Oh shit, real quick. If you don't know what a tie-in is where your weld that you just did and the weld that you did after that, they meet. They call that a tie-in. And that's a bad example of a tie-in. So don't do that. Anyways, let's do there. Now, chip off the slag. Brush away the nasties. Now that tie-in's a little bit better, somewhere in this area. It's kind of hard to see where it is, which is what you want. This is kind of sort of what you're looking for, only you want to do it a little bit better. And with practice, you'll do it better. Aside from the cost of the equipment, the barrier to entry for welding, there's none. I can do it, which means you can do it. Because believe you me, I'm not talented at anything. Practice. Practice is all it takes. Anyone can learn to weld, but people get turned off to welding because one, it's a really toxic industry. You're gonna suck. You're gonna suck so bad for so long. You're gonna want to give up. You're gonna want to quit. Everyone's gonna tell you to give up. Everyone's gonna tell you to quit. You're never gonna make it. That's how we weed out all the sensitive people. You can do it. You just have to try, and then keep trying, and keep failing, and then fail some more, and then go cry in the bathroom. And when you're done crying in the bathroom, go fail again. And eventually, you'll half-ass not fail. And that feels good. Oh, and ladies, if you've watched this far, which statistically, according to my analytics, one, ladies aren't watching, and they definitely aren't watching this far. But if you are, you ain't gotta be a dude to weld. Every chick that's in the welding industry that I've met, 99%, they're better than men at welding. You guys should be surgeons. You have steadier hands than men. It's probably all the drinking that the men do. I don't know. But bitches can weld too.